from Old MacDonald's Farm! I'm Fadillah.
I'm Sally.
I'm Nisa.
I'm Nadya,
And I'm Dayinta.
We're going to talk about Geronimo.
the founder of Apache.
And the reason why we choose topic is because he was a very famous person among the Native Americans, and we are really interested in talking about this topic.
Let's get started!
Who was Geronimo? Geronimo was an Apache leader who continued the tradition of the Apache resisting white colonization of their homeland in the southwest, participating in raids into Sonora and Chihuahua in Mexico. Legend of the untamed American frontier. The Apache leader Geronimo was born in June 1829 in Dayan Canyon, Mexico. He was a naturally gifted hunter who, the story goes, as a boy swallowed the herd of his first kill to ensure a lifetime of success on the chase. He belonged to the smallest band within the Chihuahua tribe, the Bedouin. At the age of 17, Geronimo had already led 4 successful raiding operations. Around the same time, Geronimo fell in love with a woman named Lopes. The two married and had 3 children together.
The beginning of the word, personal tragedy saved his life from hatred for anyone who attempted to subject him or his people. While he was on a trading trip in 1851, Mexican soldiers led by Colonel Jose Maria Carrasco attacked his family's camp. Geronimo's wife, Lopes, their 3 children, and his mother all were murdered. Wild with grief, Geronimo buried his family's belongings according to Apache tradition before heading into the forest, where he claimed he heard a voice that told him, "No, the gun will never kill you. I will take the bullets from the gun and I will guide your arrows." He soon hunted down his family killers and devoted his life to avenging them. Backed by this sudden knowledge of power, Geronimo rounded up a 400 men and hunted down the Mexican soldiers who killed his family. It went on like this 10 years. Geronimo exacted revenge against the Mexican government.
At the end of the Mexican and American War in 1848, the U.S. took over the large tract of territory from Mexico, including the Apaches area. Because of this, the Apaches stepped up their attacks with their brutal ambushes on stagecoaches and wagon trains. However, in the 1877, he was caught and sent to the San Carlos, the Apaches reservation. For 4 years, he struggled with the reservation life, finally escaping in the September 1881. Over the next 5 years, they engaged to what proved to be the last of the Indian attacks against the U.S. With his followers in tow, Geronimo sought across the southwest. As he did, he became a legend as newspapers closely followed the army's pursuit of him. At the point, nearly a quarter of the army's forces, or 5,000 troops, were trying to hunt him down.
Geronimo, along with other Apaches, including those who guided U.S. troops, were treated as prisoners and sent to Fort Sam Houston in San Antonio, Texas. The military detained them for 6 weeks before being transferred to Fort Pickens in Pensacola, Florida. The Geronimo family is stationed in Fort Marion. The transfer was carried out to avoid maneuvering the Arizona civilian government who intended to try them for the crime of killing Americans during the war. When Geronimo was in custody, the entrepreneurs then had the idea to make the Apache hero a tourist attraction. Less than 10 years after he surrendered, Geronimo was treated like a celebrity. In 1905, he published his autobiography. In the same year, he had the opportunity to meet President Theodore Roosevelt and urged him to let his people return to Arizona despite failing. Geronimo's death allegedly occurred in February 1909. At the same time, he was drunk while riding and had to spend the night in the cold air. When friends found him in the next morning, Geronimo's condition was already alarming. He died of pneumonia on February 17, 1909 at the age of 79. Oh my god, so sad.
And now let's move to the Geronimo's popularity. Geronimo is one of the history's great warriors. His ability to disappear into the dusty landscape brought frustrating to U.S. Geronimo was the last renegade of Chihuahua Apache. His final surrenders marked the ending of the Indian slave trade to white settlers of the Southwest, and the history of Geronimo's life is one of the most recounted tales in Native American history.
So, Geronimo is one of history's great warriors. What remains of the Apache warriors these days is an inspiring albeit tragic story of a man who stood up for himself. Geronimo protected his community whenever he could and did everything for his family. Despite his best efforts, he was robbed of those he loved and treated like an animal once everything was his.
Yeah!